So what's up, guys and gals? Mr. Herr here, making these videos for while I'm away. We're going to be on page 87. I'm going to go relatively quickly because I want to keep the video as short as possible, and you can pause and rewatch, all that good stuff. Okay. So if the hypotenuse and a leg of one right triangle are congruent to the hypotenuse and leg of another right triangle, then the triangles are congruent. So we're used to things like side, 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 angle, side, angle, and angle, angle, side. This is another way to show that triangles are congruent, but it has to involve a right triangle. The hypotenuse of a right triangle is the side across, quote unquote, from the right angle. It's also always, sorry that the camera's shaking, it's always also going to be the longest side at all times. So like right here, this is my hypotenuse. The other two sides are known as the legs. And yeah, you can fill this in. The legs of the right triangle are the other two sides. But like, what are we talking about? All right. So this is a way to show that triangles are congruent, but again, hypotenuse leg, also known as HL, only applies to right triangles. So we have to show that a triangle is right before we can do this. Check and mate. Okay? Let's keep rolling. Proving triangles congruent. One student wrote that triangle CPA and triangle MPA by the hypotenuse leg theorem for diagram. Is the student correct? Explain. Well, look, this isn't a glorified proof, but we have right triangles. This is a right angle, that's a right angle. We're given that from our diagram. Whoop, whoop, go diagram. And then right here, this is reflexive. AP is reflexive. So this is a yes because AP is congruent to itself, and CA is congruent to MA. Okay. So sure enough, it works out by hypotenuse leg. Go team. Let's see what the proofs look like, because that's where everybody gets shook up. So I'm flipping to page 88. Okay. We're told that this is isosceles. Triangle XYZ is isosceles. And that XM is perpendicular to YZ. Again, I'm gonna go fast, but you guys can always pause and like catch yourself back up, rewatch, all good things, okay? So the first thing I say to myself, do they share anything? Well, yeah, there's a good relationship here. MX is congruent to MX because of reflexive, right? We've done that a ton. Check. Then we look at what we're given, right? If XYZ is isosceles, well, that means XY must be congruent to XZ. Why? That's the definition of isosceles. Because by its very definition, you have to have two congruent sides. Then 4, if XM and YZ are perpendicular, that means angle YMX and angle ZMX are right. And that's by the definition of perpendicular. I know this gets to be a lot. I also know it's a lot when I'm not around, but you can do this, fam. You got to believe in yourself. Now we can say that our triangles XMY and XMZ are congruent because we have congruent leg, congruent hypotenuse. We mentioned that these are right angles, so it's a right triangle, so this is done by hypotenuse leg. That's the only new step on this proof. All right, one more to go before we're wrapped for today. Okay. Angle ABC and DBC are right angles, so I'm going to put that in right away. Check. AC is congruent to CD. Okay. so A, B, C, D, B, C, sorry for the bad D, are right. Check. And AC is congruent to CD. Given. Also, it's worth mentioning, let's throw that down there. Whoop, sorry for being overly zoomed, my fault. Okay. Well, what do they share? Good relationships here, fam. CB is congruent to CB. Go for reflexive. And believe it or not, we have enough. We have congruent hypotenuse, check, check. We have a congruent leg in CB. Again, because it's a right triangle, that means we are good to go. ABC and triangle DBC are congruent because of hypotenuse leg. This only applies to right triangles. I can't stress that enough. Sorry for the hiccup. All right, good to go, good to go, good to go. Pause it, rewatch it if you need to. You get the idea. Give it a flip. Boom shakalaka. Okay. We have proofs right here for homework. Do not panic. Okay. You can do it. I pinky promise. Specifically, right here, training wheels. 1, 2, 3 is all you need. Okay. Right here, same idea. 1, 2, 3, 4 is all you need for number 3. Sorry for skipping 2 and 4. I got you. Right here, 1, 2, 3 is all you need. Go for training wheels. And last but not least, 4. Whoop, whoop, cross that off. You're welcome. You know me, I'll post the key to the homework. Have a great one. Deuces.